Hey guys, how you doing? Uncle Bob Connor here, once again with another video. Today we're going to be looking at the Universal Soldier movie DVD franchise, which consists of 4 movies. Now there is actually 2 other movies which are direct-to-TV movies that were on TV. I've never actually seen them. I've only seen these, and I don't include them in this, and I don't have any plans to. When I watch them, I only usually watch these 4 movies. But yeah, in case you don't know, there is 2 other movies which are TV movies, but I only include these theatrical movies, so to speak, or ones that star Van Damme, which is obviously the man. This is mainly about, and mostly Dolph Lundgren that are in them. But anyway, let's look at the films. So obviously, the copies that I've got the Universal Soldier trilogy, which contains the first one, second one, and the Universal Soldier Regeneration, all on one, not all on one disc, but all on one box. See, first there's Return, and there's Regeneration. So obviously the first one, which was out in 1992, starring Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren, obviously. And yeah, I know it was criticised for sort of being like a cyborg, not so good version of Terminator, but it wasn't nothing to do with Terminator really. It was sort of different. It was a different film based on something completely different. It's a different idea. It wasn't trying to be like Terminator. So I think it's unfair to say that. Don't get me wrong. It's nowhere near as good as Terminator, but it was never gonna be. Starring Van Damme. But I don't think it tries to be. It's a separate film, and alright, it's not as good, but it's alright. It's not even supposed to be. Compared to Terminator, because it's something completely different. And it's, to be fair, alright, it's not the best film ever, but it's alright. It's got a good time. I think in general it's alright, it's alright to watch during the week. It's not a big blockbuster sci-fi that you can watch, on a Saturday, but it's alright. I think it's quite fun and enjoyable all the way through. Pretty good action. Van Damme and Lundgren are good in it, and I think the fighting between them is pretty good, and I quite like it. Watching these over this course of this weekend, which is what I'm doing at the moment. But so it's alright. It's quite good, a few good moments, and then obviously the second one. The second one that was released in '99, starring Van Damme again. No Dolph Lundgren this time, but it does co-star Bill Goldberg, who is, or was, WCW superstar, and then went obviously to WWE after. And it's not great, I must admit. It's certainly not better than the first. It's not a great film, to be honest. But it's alright, for what it is. It's not a bad little film. and it's okay. You know, it's just all right. There's a few bits of action that's okay with Van Damme and that and Goldberg, but it's, as I say, it's not great, but it's all right. It's, you know, the action's okay. You know, but anyway, moving on to the next one. See, Regeneration. Now, this is actually all right, to be honest. I think it's okay, to be fair. It's better, certainly better than The Return. Not sure it's better than 1, but it's all right actually. It's pretty good all the way through. Sauron's good. Obviously, Dolph Lundgren back in it with Van Damme. It's pretty good actually. I quite like it. The fighting's really, really good actually, to be honest. Quite like the fight scenes and the fights. It's quite good. Brutal violence, which is pretty good. And yeah, I think it's pretty solid all the way through. Yeah, and it's quite good. So that's those. And then obviously the fourth one, Day of Reckoning. Not been one since. I thought they would have made another one after this, but obviously not. And I don't think they have any plans to, unless Van Damme and Lundgren are going to make another one. I'm not too sure. But anyway, Day of Reckoning, obviously Van Damme, Dolph Lundgren back in again. And this time the main, because Van Damme's a villain now, with Dolph Lundgren. And Scott Adkins, who's been in quite a lot of martial arts films, is the hero in this, and you know, he's quite good. Not sure if he's in Van Damme's league just yet, but he's all right. You know, he's made a few films, and in this he's pretty good. He holds his own. You know, he's the hero, and he does quite well. You know, and yeah, I think this is all right as well. You know, like Regeneration, it's all right. It's not the best. You know, it's not the best film in the world, but you can say that for most of these. But I think it's all right. You know, it's a fairly decent action film all the way through, and the fighting and the story and acting is all right, and the fight scenes are pretty good, to be honest. And it's brutal violence, which is really good. And yeah, it's all right. Quite like it when I watch it. You know, it's a decent action film with the violence and action are strong and good. Yeah, and it's quite good. Obviously, Van Damme is the villain, and Lundgren, and the fight scenes with those in are good with Atkins, and it's pretty good. Yeah. So that's pretty much it, really. With a Universal Soldier, and that's pretty much the end of the video. So thanks guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for lots of cool, awesome, more action films and other stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers, take care, see ya.